What you should know about India's most sacred texts, the Vedas. The Vedas are regarded as the most revered scriptures in India and the earliest textual evidence of ancient Indian civilization. They include spiritual knowledge embracing all aspects of life and are the original Hindu scriptures. The Vedas serve as the supreme religious authority for all aspects of Hinduism and are regarded as a reliable source of knowledge for all people. Vedas' philosophical maxims have endured the test of time. Veda is a word that translates the language of the gods into human speech and implies wisdom, knowledge, or vision. Up until the present, Hindus have been governed by the laws of the Vedas in terms of social, legal, domestic, and religious norms. Vedic rituals serve as the foundation for all of Hinduism's necessary duties, including those associated with birth, marriage, and death. Origin of the Vedas. It is difficult to say when the earliest portions of the Vedas came into existence, but it seems clear they are among the very earliest written wisdom documents produced humans. As the ancient Hindus hardly kept any historical record of their religious, literary and political realization, it is difficult to determine the period of the Vedas with precision, because Vedas were mostly transmitted orally from generation to generation. Who wrote the Vedas? According to tradition, the treasured hymns of the Vedas were not composed by humans but rather by the sages, who learned them from God and subsequently passed them down orally down the generations. Another legend holds that the sages, who were referred to as the seers or mantradrasta of the hymns, were the ones to whom the hymns were revealed. Around the time of Lord Krishna, Vyasa Krishna Dvipyana, Vedvyasa, was primarily responsible for the formal documentation of the Vedas. Classification of the Vedas. The Vedas are classified into 4 volumes, the Rig Veda, the Sama Veda, the Yajur Veda and the Atharva Veda. The 4 Vedas are collectively known as Chaturveda, of which the first 3 Vedas, Rig Veda, Sama Veda, and Yajur Veda, agree with one another in form, language and content. Structure of the Vedas. Each Veda consists of 4 parts, the Sanhitas, hymns, the Brahmanas, rituals, the Aranyakas, theologies, and the Upanishads, philosophies. The collection of mantras or hymns is called the Sanhita. The Brahmanas are ritualistic texts that include precepts and religious duties. Each Veda has several Brahmanas attached to it. The Aranyakas, forest texts, intend to serve as objects of meditation for ascetics who live in forests and deal with mysticism and symbolism. The Upanishads form the concluding portions of the Veda and is therefore called the Vedanta or the end of the Veda. The Upanishads contain the essence of Vedic teachings, the mother of all scriptures. Although the Vedas are rarely read or understood today, but they undoubtedly serve as the foundation of the universal religion or Sanatana Dharma that all Hindus follow. The Upanishads, however, are read by serious students of religious tradition and spirituality in all cultures and are regarded as principal texts within the body of mankind's wisdom traditions. The Vedas have guided our religious direction for ages and will continue to do so for generations to come. And they will forever remain the most comprehensive and universal of all ancient Hindu scriptures. The Rig Veda, the Book of Mantra. The Rig Veda is a collection of inspired songs or hymns and is a main source of information on the Rig Vedic civilization. It is the oldest book in any Indo-European language and contains the earliest form of all Sanskrit mantras, dating back to 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE. Some scholars date the Rig Veda as early as 12,000 BCE to 4000 BCE. The Rig Vedic Sanhita, or collection of mantras, consists of 1017 hymns or suktas, covering about 10,600 stanzas, divided into 8 astakas, each having 8 adhyayas or chapters, which are subdivided into various groups. The hymns are the work of many authors, or seers, called rishis. There are 7 primary seers identified: Atri, Kashyapa, Vashishtha, Vishwamitra, Jamadagni, Gotama and Bharadwaja. The Rig Veda accounts in detail the social, religious, political and economic background of the Rig Vedic civilization. The Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda were compiled after the age of the Rig Veda and are ascribed to the Vedic period. The Sama Veda, the Book of Song. The Sama Veda is purely a liturgical collection of melodies, saman. The hymns in the Sama Veda, used as musical notes, were almost completely drawn from the Rig Veda. Hence, its text is a reduced version of the Rig Veda. As Vedic scholar David Frawley puts it, if the Rig Veda is the word, Sama Veda is the song or the meaning. If Rig Veda is the knowledge, Sama Veda is its realization. The Yajur Veda, the book of ritual. The Yajur Veda is also a liturgical collection and was made to meet the demands of a ceremonial religion. The Yajur Veda served as a practical guidebook for the priests who execute sacrificial acts while muttering simultaneously the prose prayers and the sacrificial formulae, yajus. There are no less than 6 complete recensions of Yajur Veda: Madhyandina, Kamva, Taittiriya, Kathaka, Matrayani and Kapisthala. The Atharva Veda, the book of spells, the last of the Vedas. This is completely different from the other 3 Vedas and is next in importance to the Rig Veda with regard to history and sociology. A different spirit pervades this Veda. Its hymns are of a more diverse character than the Rig Veda and are also simpler in language. In fact, many scholars do not consider it part of the Vedas at all. The Atharva Veda consists of spells and charms prevalent at its time and portrays a clearer picture of the Vedic society.